Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
Okay, so my name is Nicole-Rachelle Moore. And, if we're kind of reeling off the job title, it's the Curator of the Caribbean Collections at the British Library. But I want to think that all the things that I've been doing before and all the things that still interest me are things that I bring to the role, but also to my life. And so, and hopefully to other people's lives, that love of literature, that love of all things Caribbean, that love of sort of learning and sharing and just, and wanting to kind of find out more and more and more, and wanting people to kind of connect through experiences and literature and film and so many things, all the things that we kind of think of when we use the word art. Art and living. Yeah. No 2 days are the same, to be honest. The kind of and because there are also so many other things that I do outside of the British Library, but somehow that feed into the work that I'm doing at the library, but no 2 days are the same. This sort of, if you like, the sort of axiomatic practice of this role is to sit with collections, to be building up the collection, sort of developing and managing through acquisition, so through purchase, through donation, and also making sure that they're, well looked after. And also for me, with a background in sort of outreach and meeting people and so on, also making sure that people know that these collections exist. And so making them accessible as much as possible and as often as possible to people. So I'm always kind of, I leave my desk and I go around the library and see people. Oh, are you having a good visit? Oh, are you having a good? Oh, so what if you look? And did you get your reader pass? Have you had your reader pass? I'm always encouraging people to come get your free reader pass. So that's definitely part of what a working week looks like for me. I'm out on the floor when I leave my desk, and I think sometimes I think she's just disappeared, but I'm out there. I'm on the ground. I'm on the front line with the general public. So always, I would say my parents. I mean, they've had a big influence, and even though they have both transitioned, they're with me every day. So, it may sound a little crazy, but they're with me every day, and sometimes there are little conversations that are taking place. But I think a person who also now has transitioned, but who very much in my life here in London was a big influence for me and a mentor in some ways. I mean, without being kind of like having like, I'm your mentor, but just kind of being around him and talking with him and spending time. And I'll call his name in a minute. So it's a person and an experience, and the experience is an ongoing experience. So the person is John LaRose, who's the founder of New Beacon Books. And the ongoing experience is being part of New Beacon Books. So, of course, my day-to-day 9 to 5 is the British Library, but I'm part of New Beacon Books. And I don't know I can't say exactly when things shifted, but I think knowing John meant for me that you can, and that was pretty much something that he was sort of on message about, that you can make changes right where you are, that it doesn't have to be something big and grandiose, but if you feel that you see something, injustice or social inequity or whatever, that you can try and make your contribution right where you are. It's a great question. It's just that I don't know if I wish more people understood or recognized, but I think a lot of people don't necessarily know that something that really kind of underpins how I live, how I try to live. So it's not like getting it right all the time, 24/7, but that I believe that we are here to love and serve. That's what I feel. That's my feeling. And it doesn't, people don't have to agree with me at all. This is just my thing. And so sometimes you have to kind of, with that's a vexing thing, I mean, it's something, oh, we're here to love and serve. And I remember my oldest son would say sometimes, I know, with a kind of slight roll of the eyes, I know, we're here to love and serve. And you know what? And it's not, it sounds really, it sounds so sort of almost like kind of pious. And it isn't that, because it can be a vexing thing, because sometimes the love and the service is kind of like you're taking a deep breath because you really want to cuss. And you take the deep breath, you cuss in your head, and you move forward with the love and service. And the love and service doesn't always have to be, certainly isn't always saccharine sweet either. Yeah, I thought about this, and really, for me, it came back again and again to holding fast to the attitude of gratitude. So just being grateful. And sometimes it's difficult to be grateful when things are difficult. When you feel, as you say, when the work is challenging, when things are moving not at the pace you'd want them to move at. But there is always reason to be grateful. The fact that we're able to do the work, the fact that we're immersed in the work, So yeah, an attitude of gratitude, I think, is what kind of keeps the joy. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.